Hi, everybody. I'm Ken Bastida. Welcome back to American Companies Give Back. And we want to welcome in Darian Rodriguez Heyman. He is the executive director of Numi Foundation, part of Numi Tea. Darian, welcome. Tell me about your company.
Well, Numi Organic Tea is one of the biggest organic and fair trade tea companies. It was started by a brother and sister of Iraqi descent over 20 years ago now, and they were one of the first 10 B-Corps. They've played a leadership role in the sustainable food and beverage industry, have been very philanthropically and community-minded since their inception, whether that's to their employees, to the farming communities they work with in 36 countries and counting, or the curriculum and education program through Numi Foundation, which I'm involved with.
For the benefit of the audience, what's a B Corporation? What's a B Corp? Explain that to me.
At the core, it was really intended to be a legal structure that could sort of formalize and integrate social impact into the DNA of a company to really try to ensure that down the road, whether they move on or a new board comes in or they get acquired, that commitment to impact is at the core of the company.
Tell me a little bit more about why giving back is so important to Numi Tea.
If you've met Ahmed and Reem, the brother and sister that started the company, it is never enough. They always want to push the boundaries of what's possible from an impact standpoint, from a giving back and nurturing the community standpoint. Reem and her husband came up with this idea for what is now called the Together for Hope campaign. The founding premise was you can't make tea without clean water. And even though we take it for granted in this country, it is a major issue for over 10% of the population globally. And so we really wanted to make sure that people had access to clean and safe drinking water, in particular in our farming communities. Ahmed, the CEO, also started something called OSC Squared, One Step Closer to an Organic Sustainable Community, which was basically a network of CEOs of sustainable food and beverage companies when it first started. And they collectively, now representing billions of dollars of purchasing power a year, were able to demand some of those innovations in the marketplace. And that's been really successful. And I think they are both, on this planet to bring about the just, the prosperous, and the equitable world that we all know is possible.
You guys partner with a lot of different individuals and different entities. I'm looking at Steph and Aisha Curry. I know there's a connection there. Talk about that.
When COVID-19 hit and they had to close down the schools, the food insecurity was a really pressing issue for folks. We're seeing a global doubling of hunger, and here in the US, a 70% increase in demand on food banks. And at the same time, $1 billion a week of perfectly good produce getting thrown away at the farm level. And so Stephanie Shakuri's Eat, Learn, Play Foundation with Salesforce came on board, contributed almost $1 million to support home deliveries to some of these really high-need families that couldn't otherwise get down to the food banks.
So there's a couple terms that are getting thrown around these days, and I'm really interested in making sure that the public understands how this works. So we hear things like, fair trade certified. We hear about fair trade premium. What are you guys involved in, and how does that all work?
Yeah, so the mechanism for fair trade is that, if we were to go and buy some tea from India and pay sort of the conventional price for it, once someone is certified as fair trade, there is a premium that we have to pay for that fair trade certified product, right? And those premiums go into an account that the farmers themselves get to dictate what to do with. And those funds are used by the farmers to advance a variety of different projects that they identify are going to help improve the quality of life for their communities.
Darian, what an amazing company, and the good work that you guys are doing is really an inspiration for giving back. And I want to thank Darian Heyman, who is the executive director of Numi Foundation. Darian, thanks a million.
Thank you for having me. Thanks to all your listeners for tuning in, and thanks for all the good work that you're doing. It's a critical story to tell.
A big thanks this time around to Darian Rodriguez Heyman, who's the executive director of Numi Foundation, part of Numi Tea. What an amazing company they are, and they are giving back every day. If you like what you saw, if you want to get a hold of us, you can contact us at baysideentertainment.com and click on the contact links. And for American Companies Give Back, I'm Ken Bastida. We'll see you next time.